Well, hello. Same hat, different day. COVID limericks and government gaffes, part 2. If the law didn't suit Tory sleaze, they just went and changed it with ease. Where they found it defective, changed it retrospective, so wrong became right, if you please. Let him without sin a stone cast. Let he who can spin do so fast. Answer questions? No way! Ask one back, they will say, and so their opponents outlast. When speaking and losing his way, Boris lost his notes. What could he say? And deep did he dig, in praise of Peppa Pig, which he thought would make everyone's day. And strangely this comedy star regressed to his childhood blah-blah, like a happy blonde boy who'd received a new toy, pretended that he was a car. Brum, brum, brum. So is Boris losing the plot, a floundering, dysfunctional clot. Despite every bad sign, he says everything's fine. How much time has he still got? Remember that test and trace app, which was costly and absolute crap. Dosh for mates never ends. What's a billion twixt friends? Keep lining your pockets, old chap. In hospitals, one thing they ask is that one should wear a face mask. Boris, who could have died, and whose face he can't hide, couldn't live up to the task. They make laws that we must obey, but it's only guidance, they say. For us there's one rule, but for them it's not cool. It seems there's an area grey. We recall that invisible ring Hancock put around care homes, that thing which assured protection, despite COVID detection, that hospital transfers would bring. Where did it come from, that shield? Was it like a Star Trek force field? Was it Boris T. Kirk and Matt Hang Spock's own work, which to COVID would never yield? Could it really be nobody's fault? Bad advice could not bring to a halt COVID spread far beyond. Hancock's limp magic wand sent the blame elsewhere by default. A proportionate response, one of measure, says Boris and co. at their leisure. Mixed messages flow from those in the know, which causes great public displeasure. So there was a partying crowd at number 10, it's been avowed. They take us for fools, saying they followed the rules, and those rules said no parties allowed. If parties you investigate, just say that you found out too late, for you cannot share that you two were there at no party, no time, and no date. Oh, Boris will never save face, after all that went down in that place. Ask the cabinet elf to report on himself. Yes, he put his own man on the case. That party, oh please, do not share the fact that yours truly was there. When they investigate, say I did not stay late. I'll check up on myself. That sounds fair. Seems like it's a Boris convention that facts are things one should not mention. Your truth is not mine, so why don't you resign? And your other job can be your pension. The lying continues to flow as Boris refuses to go, saying, I did nothing wrong, whilst he did all along. And he knows all too well that we know. There's nothing at all to see here, says he, fighting for his career. The limelight he'll hog, wants to save the big dog, sacking everyone else with no fear. The report that was made by Sue Gray was due out just the other day. The Met said, cut out stuff and redact just enough so it won't get in Justice's way. The police said they'd not take a look in Downing Street to find a crook. Then they said they'd not mind seeing what Sue Gray might find, and thereby get them off the hook. Thank you, end of part 2.